Hey everybody, Invisiblekatana here doing a reaction and review for the No More Heroes 3 trailers called Travis Strikes Again. Just came out at PAX. It came out like a few hours ago. I just saw I'm all rattled because I didn't know this was happening. I saw somebody I'm subscribed to, I don't even remember anymore. Alpha Omegason, he did a reaction to it, or did a video, and I was like, it's happening. So, been waiting for this game since the Wii, because I love the first two No More Heroes games. Suda51 was like, not doing No More Heroes 3 on the Wii, maybe the next Nintendo console. The Wii U gets announced. As soon as that was announced, the first thing I thought was, No More Heroes 3 is going to come out. That's all I cared about, and I was like, I cannot wait. And then I did, because nothing happened. And so then the Switch comes out, and I was like, okay, it's cool, new console, maybe it'll happen. And Suda51 comes on stage, and they show Travis Touchdown. It's just some panels, he says some stuff, and he's gone. And I was like, we are getting No More Heroes 3. I hope, because this could easily just be a remake, which I would still be fine with, just because it's literally been 2 console generations. Well, I guess technically that's not true, because, well, yeah, I guess the Wii was a part of the PS3 era, so yeah, they just did the remake for the first game. But either way, I'm super excited, so we're just going to get right into this, because I cannot wait to see what they show off, and I'm hoping I hope it's 3, officially. And I think it is, because that guy's new. I couldn't tell what he was saying there, but that looked like a picture of the main antagonist from the very first game, who is Travis's sister, who he also dated. It's some weird stuff. So yeah, this guy is new. Man.
Take one more step, you're dead. It's too late. How to screw it, old man? You wanna play? What's the play? Bring it, nerd. Hey, you're dead.
Yeah, so this seems like it's gonna I can barely hear the dialogue in this. Like, if I turn it up, you'll just hear the music louder. Okay. This is definitely No More Heroes 3. This is gonna be so good. I cannot wait for this. No More Heroes. Oh man, I wish that was like, oh my goodness, the 10th anniversary. That's insane. That is nuts. Oh, unfortunately it's so short, but I cannot wait for that. Alright, so the graphics, it's keeping it in line with the same graphics that they had before. It's an even more updated version. For those of you who have not played, oh god, what's that name? I freaking did a whole Let's Play on it, I can't remember now. Killer is Dead. Killer is Dead is Suda51 and Grasshopper. And that was like, after they did No More Heroes 1 and 2, after the remake came out on Xbox and PS3, they did Killer is Dead. And it was like, okay, this is the next progression. It has the same art style and everything, where it's like, it's almost cel-shaded, but not really. Like, I guess technically you could call it cel-shaded, but it's definitely like a weird blend of like cel-shaded and full-on, just three-dimensional stuff. So it has a very unique styling to it, which is like a lot of Suda51's game. Like, even going back to before No More Heroes, like Killer 7 has that same aesthetic. It's always that cel-shaded style, but like cel-shaded has changed so much over time. It's like, it's become like a new, it looks different now, so it's really cool. So this is the next progression after Killer is Dead, which is a really fun game. If you guys haven't played it, I highly recommend you check it out. You can probably get it on Steam like I did for super cheap. Get the Nightmare Edition, which has like an extra level to it and stuff. But that's a fun, really crazy game. The story to that game like makes no sense. It's freaking crazy. But it's a really fun game to play for sure, and this is like the next step after that. And I cannot wait to see what they do, because I love No More Heroes 1, No More Heroes 2 is really great as well. And I'm curious what the story's going to be, because the story's always been like fairly loose, but they do connect with each other. It's like the first game, he's going through the tournament, all that stuff happens. He finds out who the main villain is, which is, like I said, the super weird story where it was this girl that he dated who also ended up like being his sister and all this other weird stuff. And then the second game, it basically just starts all over again, and it's him going through this whole process. And it's been such a long time, I can't remember the actual names of all the characters anymore. I only remember like I really only remember like Travis right now, and I think his brother's name is Henry, if I remember right. I can't remember the. I think Shinobu is the female character, the young black girl, and then the woman that he has like an interest in. I cannot remember her name for the life of me. I want to randomly say it's Trish, but I don't think that's right. I'm thinking like some Devil May Cry stuff. But man, I cannot wait for this game. I wish the trailer was longer. Of course, it's the very first trailer, but I'm so happy that this game is coming out. Of course, with it being on the Nintendo Switch, I'm very happy because that was the one thing I was curious about. I was like, okay, well, with the Wii U, if it does come out, it's gamepad based. Technically, you can still use, of course, the Wii controllers. So they probably could have done something with that where it's like, even though this is a Wii U game, you should use, the controllers for motion support. But this is like, it's the Switch. It's going to go straight back to exactly what it was when it was No More Heroes 1 and 2 on the Wii. Because you have, the Joy-Cons, you got your left one, you got your right one, and it's going to be the exact same thing. And I cannot wait for that because it will have, it'll just carry right over. It's the exact same feeling of having the Wiimote and the Nunchuck, use one to walk around, use one, to swing the blades. I'm curious what other weapons they're going to have. Maybe they'll switch it up because in the second game you get a dual-wielded weapon where you have, you have two blades. And it wasn't the same thing. Like you could, swing the Wiimote around and I think it just counted for both automatically. So maybe they'll change it up. Maybe you can actually use, one hand for one blade, the other hand for the other blade, and you can kind of do it, independently of each other. I don't know how far the axes are going to go if you can just like spin your wrist like this and he does the same thing. So we'll have to wait for that. I'm sure they'll put some limits on that just for, realism, because like that would just be weird fighting. But it would be cool if they left that in there. Like, yeah, you can literally just move your hands in any direction and the blade will too. That would be beautiful. I would love to see that. Maybe they'll do some new stuff with it where, maybe use more than just blades, because he uses like, the energy, the beam katanas. But maybe they'll add some new stuff in there. They add in, like I said, the dual wielding stuff. Maybe they'll add, other new types of weapons. Who knows? Maybe he'll get like a spear type weapon. Don't know if that would really fit too well, but I don't know, some extra stuff in there. Maybe, who knows? Maybe they'll be throwing in like some beam nunchaku or something real crazy. I don't know. It's Suda 51. But yeah, I'm super excited for this. Of course, we'd love to know what you guys thought about this trailer. I'm gonna have to watch it again because I could not hear like any of the dialogue because I didn't want to get copyrighted, so I had the audio low, which might not make a difference because it's Nintendo, so I'll probably still get the copyright. But yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it again to get the dialogue. It was all like fourth wall breaking stuff for sure. I could tell because he was looking at the camera and they were talking about the gamers and stuff like that. So that fits in line, of course, with No More Heroes as well. But I cannot wait to get a full-on trailer. I want to see where the characters are. I want to see where, what's happening with Travis's life. Like, he was just living, like just out in the woods in the trailer playing the game. So, what happens there? Because if I remember right, he left, but the woman was like in prison or something. Like, that's the story of the second game, is like her telling this story to someone, and she's like in prison, or maybe she's telling someone who is in prison. I can't really remember, but I would love to know where these characters are, how much time has passed, in the world of the game, what's going to happen as far as the tournament stuff, because someone went after him, of course. But like I said, it looked like the person that went after him in the trailer had a picture of the woman from the very first game. And I'm going to look at this again real quick just to see, because it's like a split second, and it's hard to tell. But it looks like her, but also it could just be a woman in the same color bikini. No. I mean, it's hard to say because the character, she was blonde. She's not wearing the exact same outfit, but I think that's her. I think that's supposed to be her after, or before everything happened in the game, but after all the stuff that happened before the game. Like, after she was with Travis, maybe she was with this guy, and then it's like, Travis is the one that killed her, so I gotta get revenge. So I don't know. Maybe that'll be like the main story of the game, where it's someone coming after Travis for revenge for what happened at the end of the first game, but either way, I'm looking forward to it. I want to see what's happening with Travis, his brother, Shinobu, the main love interest, and I can't wait to see the new villains. All the villains are always super cool and really crazy. Maybe they'll do what I've always wanted them to do, which was take the weapons from the villains, because they would always have beam. Some of them would have like beam katanas, and there was like one girl specifically who had like it was basically they're all like lightsabers, but she had like a double-sided one, and I was like, it would be awesome if he took that from her, because you only swing with one hand anyway, so it wasn't like that responsive, on the Wii anyway, where it's separated. So I was like, maybe they could do that, and he just, you just swing it and he just does whatever the moves are. But he never took the weapons, and I was like, oh, maybe, man, that would be so cool if they did that. And that's how you got, some of your new weapons in the game. So maybe we'll get to see that in this version. But either way, I'm really looking forward to this new No More Heroes, of course. Would love to know what you guys thought about this trailer, so please comment below. Let me know your favorite parts about it, your least favorite parts about it. Definitely want to know what you guys want to see from the next trailer, what you want to see from this game in general. What you think we're going to get from this game. I mean, I would assume they're going to have to, it'll logically go in order for the game, so they're going to skip some time. I have to assume Shinobu is going to come back, Henry's going to come back. Like, those are like the main four characters. There's Travis, his brother, Shinobu, and then the love interest, and I really wish I could remember her name. But those are like the four main characters, so I'm sure all four of them are going to come back, and we get to see exactly what they're doing. So I'm really looking forward to that. Maybe we'll also get to play with other characters, like No More Heroes 2. You get to play with both Shinobu and Henry in that game, which is actually very cool. So maybe we'll get to do that as well in this game. But looking forward to it. Like I said, I would love to know what you guys thought about the trailer, so please put your comments down in the comment section below. And of course, thanks for watching.